Okay, the Celtics flat out smoked the Bucks on Thursday night. Just flat out crushed them. Pure domination in every way. And so now the challenge becomes, do I try to convince you or do I try to convince myself? Like, what is the meaning of this game? What is the meaning of a 40-some point victory from Boston over Milwaukee? What does it mean? What does it matter? What will it affect? Obviously, the Bucks won. They would be, I think, just one win away from the number 1 seed, which is still likely for the Bucks. All right, still likely for the Bucks. I think one thing I've learned throughout these last couple of weeks is, even though you've done it before, a lot of you aren't ready for it again. You're not. You're not ready for another long playoff run. You're not ready for another long battle. You're not ready for the ups and downs that come with it. You're not ready. You think you're ready. You're not ready. Way too quickly do you go to the negative route. Way too quickly do you go to the pessimistic route, as if you're trying to protect yourself from some future pain. If the Bucks are going to win a championship again, it's going to be hard and it's going to be a roller coaster. And if you're not ready before the playoffs begin, I've got no hope for you during the playoffs. And I don't understand, I don't understand why we're at this point. The Bucks have won before. We've seen them do this before. We've seen games that they've lost that we say, oh my God, the franchise is done. The building will collapse upon itself. It is over. We'll never recover from this. We saw that in the playoffs, actually, a couple times. We saw it against the Nets. We saw it against the Suns. Saw it when Giannis went down against the Hawks. So I think the two competing thoughts here are, in my camp, look, I know that the Bucks have struggled a little bit against the Celtics as of late. Let me read Paul Pressey. Let me read his tweet. Back to Game 6 and Game 7 in the playoffs, they stepped on our throats. Christmas Day, they stepped on our throats. Valentine's Day, their second string takes us to OT. Tonight, down by 30, now 40. He says, admit we have a problem, but the team needs some major reflection and adjustments. Well, and I'm going to bring in Q here, and then I'm going to bring in, we had this trio the other night, Hot Take Jake as well. And you know what? Let's throw in Cameron. Let's make it a round table. Oh, wait, are you at the game, Cameron? I think he's at the game. If he's at the game, I'll pause and then go to him in a minute. So I think there's a couple of different. All right, let's get Cameron on. I think he's here. If you're at the game, give us a minute. What's up? Oh, he's in the stands. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's illegal, but show the game.
It's too bright. You couldn't see it. So I realized that playing 5 games in 7 days isn't fun, and I realized that by like the 6-minute mark, we looked really tired. We looked. I get it. Yep, I get it. But we just looked exhausted.
No.
From the get-go, we looked tired. I'm gonna try to put my mic to my ear to the mic, so I'm gonna try to listen.
All right. Well, then why don't you just catch the show later? You're at the game.
Yeah.
It'll be there for you later.
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. This stays on YouTube until I take it off. All right.
Did Cameron have a fisheye lens going on there? That was amazing.
It was a weird angle. How about we do this? How about, Jake, you say what you want to say, and then I will refute everything that you say.
No, I don't have anything to discuss tonight. I just got a few things I want to get off my chest. So there's very little discussion to be had.
Okay.
Okay. First things first. It's so weak of Bucks fans to tell other Bucks fans to not overreact, because
disagree.
100%.
There's
no overreaction happening.
No, disagree.
This is reacting. It's not overreacting. Okay.
Here's what I say to that, Jake. And Q, step in where you please. Why we're acting like we've never done this before.
So
We
you want
just
to make
won
a
a
habit.
championship that had more roller coasters in it than any run that you can think of.
Okay, so
I mean, they got waxed. They got embarrassed in Brooklyn.
so
They were
you
down
think it's
2-0 in the NBA Finals.
It's a good idea to make a habit of doing that. Then
I'm not saying it's a good idea.
That's not playing with fire at all, right? Because here's how I look at it. Okay, I'm overreacting to the team that last year we had 2 chances to eliminate. They blew it at home and then just got absolutely destroyed on the road. Okay.
Without Middleton.
So this year, not only did you lose the season series, the one game you won went to overtime against the Celtics G League squad. So you barely won that one. All the losses were embarrassing efforts where you were just absolutely destroyed.
Okay.
Just
we all okay. So what do you want to do about it? What's the point?
I'm not done. I'm not done. Please.
But I know what you're gonna say.
No. I got a lot. I'm all over the place here, but I just want to say a few things, and then I'll let you just.
But I don't know that I need to want to hear it.
It's your show, so that's up to you. But it's more than just Boston. Okay, in this last month or so, you had a chance to basically Philly was fledgling; they were done, and you had a chance to put your foot on their throat and basically end their season. And if you don't want Embiid to win MVP, probably end his MVP run there. You blew it on national television. You choked literally in a game that I don't know what the percentages was, but it should have been
what matters? What matters to you? What matters?
This all. I mean, it should matter to you.
What matters? What do you want? An NBA championship, right?
Of course.
So my argument is tonight's game. Listen to this. I just got a haircut. I look like I'm in the Army. Or 5. Who, listen to this right now. Listen, I'm not on a gummy. Who benefited more from tonight's game?
Between who?
The Bucks and the Celtics.
Boston.
The Bucks. The Celtics come into Milwaukee. They're going to get massaged in all the right places for the next 5 days. Everyone's going to talk about how great they are. Oh, the Celtics don't fear Milwaukee. Oh, they're going to be looking at highlights of themselves. Jason Tatum is going bonkers in the second half like he's on the varsity playing against the JV because the girl he wants to ask to prom is watching from the outside the gym, and he's like, hey, guys, can you just play against me so I can look good? So I can, he is, okay, he's the Willie Adamas of the NBA, only big when it matters. You want to talk about big when the lights shine on. And then, they're showing us how they're going to defend Giannis. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you think you're so flawless against us. I guarantee you, game 1 in that series, Bucks win by at least double digits. At least in a playoff series. The Bucks will win a series against the Celtics.
I want to point out something.
And we better hurry. We better hurry and figure all this out because it's March 30th, and the next time the Bucks and Celtics could possibly play is the middle of May.
I want to point out something though about a good section of Bucks fans that they want to claim that these games don't matter, but then they get mad that Giannis isn't winning MVP, and they are mad about that. But what on what we have to judge them by? They choked against Philly, Embiid, and then got destroyed by the guy who's going to win it in Jokic. So, what are you basing your MVP off if these games don't matter?
Back to backs. Do you understand?
That's such a pussy ass take.
But it's not, Jake. These situations, but okay, sure. But that's a different argument. The situations in which the Bucks are losing these games will not be situations in the playoffs.
100.
If you want to say these guys are professional athletes, they should be able to play back-to-backs. They should be able to play 5 games out of 7 days in 5 different cities. That's a path you can go down. But the situations in which the Bucks lost to the Nuggets and lost to the Celtics tonight by the final of 140-99 will never present themselves in the playoffs. Never will these teams come in with different rest unless it's game 1. Even then they'll get a buffer, and that would be the only situation. I'm focused on the playoffs and winning the championship. Seems like you guys still want to talk about the regular season.
My turn.
Q.
So Bart is right.
I am.
The game tape from tonight is a desperation move by a first-year head coach who put all of his eggs in this basket because the only way they could get the number 1 seed is to win tonight. So they went all in. They don't have any cool moves left. So that's point number 1. Point number 2. All right, Jake. So you lift weights a lot, right? You lift weights a lot?
Yeah.
So do you ever max out?
Not much.
But like, if you were going to, would you lift 5 days out of 7 days before you were trying to figure out how to max out?
This is a really weird analogy.
The answer is no. And if you were going to do a competition, a liftoff against your buddy, you would not.
It is a bit of a stretch, but there still is enough.
You would not,
as a judge, I'll say I'll allow it
and let them
sustained.
have 2 days off. So, like, I'm sorry, Jake, you're wrong. The Bucks will still most likely get the number 1 seed, and then all of your moaning has been for naught this entire regular season.
Mike Wickett, who just said a cross country. See, this is why I'm putting it at Facebook here, because now I get a bigger audience. I got Mike Wickett after a cross Midwest trip. He says the Bucks are toast.
Something though.
Yes, go read it. What?
When they lose in the same fashion to the same team that has their number last year in the playoffs, that doesn't concern you one bit.
No, because it's not the playoffs.
You are lying.
It's not the same team.
Because
it has
you're
no
afraid of
impact
what might happen
on
if
the
you're
playoffs.
wrong. You're just, and that's my issue with a lot of Bucks fans is they're all lying to themselves if they say we're not worried about Boston. It's it's a complete and utter bold-faced lie because they can't face the truth, and that's what I bring to this equation. I don't want to be right about
Boston
this.
just got waxed by the Wizards.
Exactly. And
look, here's the thing that worries me. I'll tell you what worries me about Boston. Let me tell you what worries me about Boston. I said this the other day. The bullshit points. What did Al Horford do? Al Horford was 4 for 6 from 3.
Why is
he
that
doesn't
bullshit?
He doesn't do that against any other team ever. Al Horford, I don't want to say he sucks.
You're making my point for me, though.
Okay, so a lot of this is like when guys in the first half, the Celtics beat the Bucks in the first half. They played better than the Bucks. But also in that equation, the Celtics made a lot more shots than of normal, and the Bucks missed a lot more shots than of normal. In these games against this particular team, it's not because they have our number. It's because for some reason against us, they get more bullshit. That's going to run out.
Why? It's bullshit because you don't like it? I don't understand that one.
I know where the Celtics stay, and I'm going to pull the fire alarm the night before game 1.
That's a true.
I got this all figured out.
So here's what I want to understand, though. Okay, so why do we do load management if it's back to backs? It's so like what are we doing this load management thing for?
It's because
they're pro athletes.
People don't. Do you want answers or do you want to just ask questions and then talk?
I kind of just want to bitch.
I know you do. So get a therapy session.
This is all I got.
Horford is top 5 in 3-point shooting percentage for volume shooters beyond the arc. That's from Gerard. Gerard, that sounds true. So I'm going to choose to believe you. I guess what I'm going to say about Horford is when I watch him against the Bucks, I know that he's not as good as he's playing against the Bucks. That's all. That's all I'll say. I'll agree. That seems like something that could be true. So Jake, here's the best part. Here's the best part about all this. Every conversation that we've had in the podcast era of my show, which is the regular season, every conversation we've had, and there's been some good conversations and some spirited conversations and some healthy discussions that maybe make us think differently about the game of basketball or what we're watching. And I wouldn't erase those or trade them for anything. It's all been great. But the minute the playoffs start, none of it matters. None of it. Nothing about load management, nothing about prime time, nothing about who he lost to, nothing about anything. None of it matters.
I kind of mentioned this in the last show too. Then
it's all
why are we even having a
seeding.
show then if none of this matters? Why are we talking about this?
Oh, I just said it's riveting stuff. It's entertaining. It's a place for us to give out our outlets. People need an outlet. First quarter, what were the Bucks down in the first quarter? 8 points. 8 points. They lose by 40 points. 8 points. People are like, well, maybe next year. I mean, my God.
I just think it's totally fine for certain fans that if every time you watch your favorite team play against a certain team, they get embarrassed. It's okay for you to be a bit concerned about what might happen in the playoffs.
I think it's okay to be concerned because of if you look at the track record, I read it before. The Celtics have beat us up a little bit in these last few games, and it's a bad feeling, and you don't like that. But what I'm telling you is we know how good the Bucks are. We saw this in one game where a situation where the Celtics just got waxed by a bad team, had to prove to themselves that they weren't that bad, and had a mission to prove to the Bucks. Also, the Bucks played everybody last night, and like we said, it was a track meet, and they were playing fast. And had we sat everybody then and then rested guys on Thursday, we'd say, oh, well, you should have. You got to play against the Celtics to see where you stand. The Bucks knew they were going to get this from the Celtics. They're looking at what they like. The Celtics showed you what their strategy is against Giannis. They showed it to you. They put their three guys. Tatum runs out. Tatum runs in. Okay,
well, how do you know that? How do you know that they're not just like pretending that this is like a decoy situation because it's the regular season and it doesn't matter?
Because the Celtics have a first-year coach and a very insecure team. They've got, and maybe that's not the right word, but they've got a lot of media attention on them. Things are always not as they seem. Jaylen Brown's mad about something. Like Jason Tatum, that was weird. The guy scored 40 points when he didn't need to. He saw that he got outscored by Brown, so then he's just popping up threes. Let me tell you, something's weird there. Okay? Something's not right.
So I think you might be making that one up.
They're a desperate team. They had to win.
They needed it.
They had Bart's right. They had to win to win.
Not even for the number one seed though, Q. They needed it to prove to themselves and to prove to all the Doris Burks out there that they're still the team you should be salivating for. And suddenly in the last 3 days of the season, people will be like, yeah, the MVP is Jokic, Embiid, Jokic. What about Tatum?
But I've been saying for 2 weeks now that this was a scheduled loss, just based on the.
Yeah, it was a fake game.
I mean, it's not a fake game, and I got all excited yesterday, thinking they had a chance to win.
I can't do this.
I was wrong, but it was a scheduled loss. Like, sorry.
I do think it's funny that like we're dogging Boston for like trying and like playing a game and trying to win it, and that's like a negative thing.
Yeah, they tried too hard. Yes.
Like, how dare Jason Tatum go out there and score 40? What a weirdo. What a weird guy.
But a lot of that came he was all-star game Tatum in the second half.
So
he was like, no.
I don't know. I got two more things.
I'm just gonna say this is my last thing, and I'll let you guys finish it up. So, like, Jake, I'll agree with you. I'm just looking
at the comments. We got a few more Celtics fans in here tonight than normal.
I'll agree with you, Jake, if we lose the 1 seed, that this was a big loss. But that's the only way that this game matters is if we lose the 1 seed. And, like, hopefully if we actually win the 1 seed, you'll realize that, like, you were wrong. So.
Well, we won't know anything until the playoffs.
Well, let me say this to Bucks fans and to Celtics fans too. My thought on this series is the Celtics can get beat by a handful of teams. They can. I still contend that if there's anyone that's going to beat the Bucks, it will be the Celtics. And what I'm saying is that we should all know, Bucks and Celtics fans should unite, and they should know that this series is not going to go less than 6. It's going to be a 6-game series minimum. And so it may be the Celtics. It may be barring
injury.
It may be. I don't think tonight's game will have any bearing on the playoffs. If it does, it will benefit the Bucks.
Yeah,
that's my thought.
This game matters about as much as the NIT championship game between North Texas and UAB.
John says he's a Celtics guy. He says, we're the only team that can beat you. Don't get me wrong. You all could whoop us. Yeah, I really think the Celtics are the only team that could beat the Bucks in this year's playoffs. Philly,
in the East. What about your Lakers?
Philly could take us deep. I think we beat them. Nobody else out east. Because the Celtics, they also have a little bit more of the, I don't know. And maybe that's where those wins do. Maybe they come in and they're less fearful of the Bucks than ever. Also, great conspiracy theory, totally off topic, but Robert says he wonders if the Bucks sold too many pieces of the championship floor, that's why we haven't seen the rear floor in a while, and they're faking selling more pieces because it's been way too long for that blue floor.
I love the effort.
All right, I'm going to get some more people in here.
I'm going to head out.
Well, I just want to say one or a couple more things real quick, and then I'm off. The Bucks freak me out because the difference between their floor and ceiling, when like as far as how well or how shitty they can play, is so vast. And I think that the title like gives these condescending Bucks fans way more security than it should, because if they didn't win, let's say what could have easily happened, how on edge is this fan base right now?
I don't think they're any different. We're acting like we never won a title.
No, I just like to call out people that are just not being realistic. I just want to know, like, okay, are the Bucks true title contenders? Like, is this a part of a great stretch run, or were they the magic carpet ride of Green Bay, or as Ron Wolf called the '96 team, a fart in the wind? Which one are they?
No, neither of those are true.
We'll see. I'm not saying it is either way, but like people need to like start taking things a little bit seriously, because Boston is really, really good, especially against Milwaukee.
Jake, we'll talk to you on the WrestleMania wrap up. See you, buddy.
Thanks.
Brett, you want in? You want on the show? Brett, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, Bart?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I just had to jump in here because I just feel like everybody's so reactionary right now. Like, it's one game, like you said. Like,
so it is okay. So like, they lose to the Nuggets
right.
the other night, and people are like, okay,
yeah.
They lose to the Sixers, and that sucks. The Celtics, both fan bases feel this way because we know we know this is the team. If there's going to be anyone that can beat us, so it is a little heightened when you do lose.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like my biggest concerns from tonight wasn't winning and losing. I was more concerned, like, you trade all those picks for Crowder, right? And like, he doesn't, like, he's just rotation. Like, he plays hardly, like sparingly, it feels like at times. And then when he is in, like, Brown back cuts him dunks, Tatum scores on him easy. So I would like to see if he's going to be in the rotation to play more and like be ready to roll. Like, I don't understand why we're wasting time with some of the other guys, some of the other wing guys.
This is a series we thought we got Crowder for, and just judging by one game.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure. I just want to see it more, like, throughout the rest of this way. Like, why isn't he playing more? That's what I want to see. Because you can say what you want about 5 second-round picks, but why is he not on the floor? Like I know we went through this with PJ a little bit. Like, when we got him the first time, like, he didn't play a ton during the regular season, and he ramped up towards the playoffs. But like around this time, he was playing and starting and like getting viable minutes. And it doesn't seem like it's like the same thing with Jay.
Ryan says Crowder trade was as useless as Bud is a dope. I mean, again, this is going to shake itself out in the playoffs.
Oh,
I know
sure.
It felt like a playoff game because the weather was nicer and it was on TNT and Kevin Harlan was making it seem like it, and Reggie Miller. I know it felt like a playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
It was not.
No, and that's why I'm not like overly concerned. I just want to see Crowder play. Like, I don't see why you trade for him if he's not going to be out there, or he's coming in with the second unit.
Maybe we see him more. in the playoffs. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, that's the big thing for me. I'm not overly concerned. It's a game. I get it's Boston, but it's a game. Like, they clearly didn't come to play. They're coming off like 5 games in 7 days. They won't talk about that on TNT. Like,
What's Doggo's name?
Yeah. Dog's name is Kanga.
Kanga.
Yeah, he's just chilling here. He doesn't like it when the Bucks lose either.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Brett, good to talk to you. Thanks for hopping on, dude.
Thanks, man.
Brett, rocking the Concordia U. I like that.
Alma mater.
Cone Roller tweets, he says, Bart saying the Celtics bullshit is running out is as uneducated as a basketball take as you can have. We have a large enough sample size to know Horford elevates against the Bucks. But why? I don't think there's a reason, or I don't know why. Why does it happen? I don't get it. Austin, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
Oh, man. Shitty game to go to.
Oh, yeah, you went tonight.
Yeah. It did not feel like a playoff game in there.
On TV, it did.
Oh, it wasn't a playoff game in there. It did not feel like one at all. Crowd wasn't into it. Bucks were missing their shots. I don't know if you guys discussed this, and just went cold, and the crowd shut the fuck up. There's my swear. All right, I'll just let them fly. Let the expletives fly. Hey, man, they couldn't make a fucking thing. I don't know what I don't know if they had to stop taking shots and let Giannis start running right to the rack, but they had to make a change that they did not make and that they refused to make for an extended period of time. And maybe what this does is gives them some film that they can watch and learn from, but it definitely, none of that was a playoff atmosphere. None of that mattered to anybody there.
What was the comment that I just had here? Not this one. Oh, I wanted to talk about the shooting. The Celtics shot 51% from 3, taking 43 threes. Bucks also took 43 threes, shot 32%. And one thing that is a bummer, but it is part of the NBA, is when some teams shoot well and some teams don't, you get into so you make your shots, you make your shots. What is getting annoying is that against us, the Celtics always make their shots. The Bucks' strategy for so long was let teams shoot threes against you. They won't make them all. And then teams started making threes against them. I don't necessarily think that, they defended poorly. It's just, the Celtics made their shots.
Yeah, and hey, man, going back to it, that was the championship run. We got to be better. You got to make your shots. You honestly, as stupid as this sounds, hope they miss. And then play some, give them contested shots, play some hard defense. But I don't know. The defense didn't seem to, I don't know if they didn't give them hard enough time, but everything that they wanted, they got. And sometimes it goes that way. I get that. But man, were they ever just ice cold? I don't know.
How about your boy Pat Connaughton not playing in the first half?
Yeah, he got in garbage time, right? I was hoping that they would have played him in that Indiana game a little bit more and let him, try to get his feel back. And I don't know, man. I think his run in the playoffs is going to be so minute. He's going to he'll play against maybe the first opponent, depending on who that is, but he is going to get pushed out by Ingles and Carter, which is fine. But maybe I heard or saw Bills had a take that he believes, you let Pat have his run, but I think you've seen Pat this season, and it's you're going to get limited minutes in the playoffs with him.
Yeah, I just want to say there's a band that I really have liked over the years, and I heard them on the radio today, and their song is my guidance tonight. It's I don't know if you've ever heard of Jimmy Eat World.
I've heard of Jimmy Eat World, sure.
Yeah, they've got this banger called The Middle. And as Jimmy Eat World said, and I heard this on the radio today, it's why it's on the top of my head. They say, hey, don't write yourself off yet. It's only in your head you feel left out or looked down on. Just try your best, try everything you can, and don't you worry what they tell themselves when you're away. It just takes some time. Bucks fans, you're in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be all right. All right.
Be all right. Okay.
When all that music came on, I couldn't tell what was them and what was Weezer and
banger of the day or what?
You want to hear my Jerry Seinfeld?
Bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum.
Who are these people?
Oh God. What's the deal with the Milwaukee Bucks?
What's the deal with Budenholzer? Is he a coach or is he Bart's dad?
No, you've far surpassed him in good looks, dude. But he's lost it. He's lost the team too, I think. I don't know. They're that whole everything about what Budenholzer did in that Be Better, in that I don't know. It kind of went with that Bucks Lust song. You just got to believe. Well, now we need a little Jason Kidd hard ass on these guys. When you're down by 30 in the second quarter at home, I'm sorry, but I need somebody to kick you in the ass and get you into gear because that was pathetic.
Don't you ever come on this show again and say we need Jason Kidd.
No, not Jason Kidd, but Jason Kidd-esque. A little bit of what you're better than this. Get it together. I don't need him telling some guy that has an Android to fucking get an iPhone and get the fuck out of practice.
Q says everyone rewatch last night and just chill out.
Q, I know you sold your tickets to the Celtics fans. It's fine.
Some are saying that's why the Celtics won tonight.
Yeah, because Q personally sold his tickets. That's why the Bucks lost.
How do we feel about Sheryl Crow? Did you see her at the game?
No, I wish.
She was there with her son. And she had front row seats.
She left early too.
No, they interviewed her in the fourth quarter.
Oh, God bless her.
And it looked like she wanted to leave, but her kid wouldn't let her.
Whatever happened to her writing that song after the Bucks won?
She said she was going to write a Bucks song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her and who's that other guy? Chance the Rapper, maybe?
Oh, yeah, Chance was coming to all of our games.
Yeah, a bunch of flakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're Bucks fans. Bullshit. Get out of here.
Well, I mean, I'll take Chance. I'll take Chance when he's around.
Well, yeah, it's better than Groob sitting front row.
Gruber, Dr. Dave.
Yeah.
Like him. Anyone else there tonight? Any Packers third stringers there tonight?
Not that I saw. I saw a dude wearing a Packers hat, though.
Fun.
I saw somebody wearing a Curry jersey, though.
Well, lover of the game.
Yeah, lover of the game. I don't know why you're wearing a Packers hat there, though.
People in the comments are discussing Aaron Rodgers, if he's still a Bucks fan, if he was at the game. And then now Q is saying, remember when Rodgers rode the Badgers' coattails? Yeah, I didn't see Aaron Rodgers. I didn't see Aaron Rodgers show up when the Badgers were on their Final Four run this year in the NIT. I didn't see that.
What was Rodgers doing with the Badgers?
Back in 2015, he was going to every game wearing that black shirt because he'll never wear red because of Stanford, but he was at all the games hanging with his pal Andy North.
Oh, when everyone pretended to be a Badgers fan?
Yeah, me included.
Yeah. I mean,
the
I
the
cheered for
2014
them.
NFC Championship game was so heartbreaking. We put all of our eggs into the Badgers as if that was going to make us feel good. And then when it looked like they were going to win, we got boned on a call.
All right, I'll never. Time? Is it time?
Look
Is
at
it
this.
the first
Hey,
time the 2014 NFC Championship game is brought up on this podcast?
it's been a while, but I just brought it up. You went to the game in a Middleton jersey. Cameron
did.
is back now at home. It looks like in a very similar apartment to yours. Also wearing a Middleton jersey. Also went to the game.
Yeah.
Talk to me, baby.
Did you guys like see each other?
No. Where do you sit normally?
Usually, I sit in like the 120s.
Okay.
Something like that. I sat in the 218s with my sister and my nephew tonight.
Sure. I have season tickets, so I sat up into my normal spots in 211 tonight.
Okay,
so,
nice.
yeah. Yeah,
I don't have season tickets, so
Why are you still buying season tickets? I think it's the biggest scam in sports.
I'm not doing it again. There's no reason to keep re-upping because there's no benefits to it anymore. The only thing you get is you get to buy playoff tickets early. That's the only benefit. Other than that, there's no point.
Yeah, man, buying it through the apps is the way to go.
You can get
Except for playoff shit. Yeah.
You can get game day deals for half the prices anyway. So what's the point of going for season tickets?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They gotta like give you more stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
They need like for Buck season tickets, they need like Pat Connaughton to come to your neighborhood and take down some old historic homes and build an apartment complex there. They need like
perfect
a ride along with Giannis through a Chick-fil-A. You know,
a 50-piece. Yeah.
Yeah. Do a night of Happy Place Hemp gummies, promo code Bart, 25% off, happyplacehemp.com, and red wine with Coach Bud.
Hey, Coach Bud will put a freeway through your neighborhood.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is the kind of things they need.
Exactly.
We're just not thinking.
They need you to get guaranteed Uber rides home from the game from Tim Shea.
Oh, what two beautiful transitions to a sponsor and then Tim Shea. Beautiful.
Are you out driving?
No, but I
Oh,
can.
you live right by the stadium.
I can be. I know.
Yeah.
I was just running an errand.
Has anybody asked you what the hell happened last night? Or
Me?
yeah.
To what?
Or was it 2 nights ago?
Oh, the
2 nights.
car and nothing. I was just overreacting.
Oh, okay.
It was just a car doing circles in a parking lot.
Okay. That's good.
Can I have a conspiracy theory?
Go ahead.
Tim's been joining us from a car a lot.
Stop.
Do you need a place to stay, bud?
No,
Putting the pieces together here.
I got a guest room if you want it.
No.
I'm in my second bedroom. I mean,
Yeah. You can stay here.
I've just been out every time.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I have an apartment. I'm fine.
coincidence.
Okay. Okay, bud. I mean, it's been a while since you've been, and you haven't told me to come over.
Well, I never tell you to come over.
But I've been over like 4. Oh, I see.
See?
Hey, Tim and I have a big day Friday. We're doing this now. I'm not backing out on you on this.
Okay.
We're going to Pato. The sports book opens Friday.
Do they still have $5 blackjack on Sundays or no? Is that gone?
5 times $5 blackjack.
Yeah, I remember they had like, do they still have $10 tables?
No, it's 25 minimum.
God.
That's ridiculous.
Jerry says, what happened to Tim at McGuire's? Grant says, I think Tim was living on the hop when it crashed. And your fork microphone says, is Tim baiting carjackers? Has he turned vigilante?
I love it. I love all 3 of those people.
Love the name.
Oh,
My damn fork.
Yep.
wow.
We haven't seen an appearance from your fork in quite some time.
No, I was. If tonight's game would have been close, I was actually planning on going down there.
Yeah, that's what someone says after they weren't planning on doing something. But tonight would have been a nice night to go because everybody's freaking out.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
Hey,
so what
when
are you
are
gonna bet
you
on?
guys-
What are you gonna bet on Friday, Tim?
Oh, I don't know. Should I do like a futures bet? Brewers World Series?
I'm gonna take out 100 and go to Pato.
Okay.
I'm putting 20 on Iowa money line over South Carolina women's basketball.
Okay.
South Carolina hasn't lost all year.
No.
I'm putting 20 on Miami to win the Final Four.
No, put it on UConn.
I won't do it. Everyone's doing it.
Yeah, don't.
Oh, really?
And then I'd
Damn,
love to
dude,
bet
I
on
got
some
that-
baseball games live, but all the baseball games are in the day on Friday or at night on Friday.
Oh.
Are there any sports matches or games or contests on Friday that we can sit down? Do you think a lot of like Friday's gonna be packed, right? They're doing
It's gonna be stupid packed Friday.
Yeah, it's gonna be so dumb. But we're going.
I know.
Yeah, I got some bets to get in.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Earn it.
Hey, Bart,
Yeah,
I got a question for you.
please.
Can you I don't remember the word, indulge us in the
There it
the
is.
infamous Bovada banning story?
The Bovada banning story.
Yes.
How much of it have I told?
When you said block my social security card, block my emails, don't let me bet on your site.
I told that part. Did I tell the whole part or just that part?
I don't know. I remember it from like a couple of years ago.
All right, you want to hear the whole story?
Well, I don't know. Just because. All right, so I remember you told Horvat to put like $200 on the Bucks, and he didn't do it for you when they were down 0-2.
So the reason I can't play, and this is great that there's a sports book at a casino. I can't put my money into, like, I physically can't, because if I bet online, I end up playing the casino games.
Wait, the slots?
Yes, and it gets very bad, and I like win on slots, but then I lose. So it's a computer, whatever. So
Right. You shouldn't do that.
So there's been times where I'll just put 20 in playing sports. Then I win. I got 100. And guess what? I'm driving to work, 5 a.m, put up the phone, got the slots going on autoplay with the aux through my speaker, gambling on the way to work, gambling during commercials, putting it set up so I can watch it in the shower, closing my eyes while I'm showering, not looking at the phone, waiting for the bonus triples to hit. Very much a problem. One night, I played a little blackjack on there to get my winnings back. And the strategy is, if you lose in blackjack, bet double what you lost because you'll eventually win it back.
Yes.
Well, I was doing that, and we got into the quadruple digits of bets.
Okay.
Money I don't have. Like, have you ever bet $1,000 on a hand of computer blackjack and lost?
No, but
Do you know what hell that opens up for you?
Yeah, I believe.
So I lost even more than that, was corked out of my mind, walked around the neighborhood as if walking along the neighborhood would like erase time, called my credit card company, said, I don't know what happened. I just got scammed. Woke up the next day, said to my credit card company, hey, I didn't get scammed. Can you just pretend I never said that? They're like, yep. And then I told Bovada, you need to block me. Take my social, take my credit card, anything that's even remotely close to my name. Double check it with these 5 people. Never, ever, ever let me on your site again.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been all the way there, but I've been there.
So that was a massive credit card hole that I had to dig out of.
There you go.
All right. Well, I was just wondering because this playoff.
You got a little more of the story than I remember.
I didn't place that bet for you, and you were like,
yeah, he wouldn't place the bet because he thinks I have a gambling problem.
Well, you were 100% right on that.
Yeah, and I shut it down. I beat gambling.
There you go.
Well, I meant that the Bucks were going to win. I mean, I think
yeah.
I think this year would be a good year to throw 200 in right now that they win the finals.
Yeah, maybe I could put 50 on that.
What are the odds?
Someone asked me to go put my chairs down tonight.
What are the odds right now?
To win the finals?
Yeah.
I think we can all look at that at the same time.
Probably.
Yeah, or if somebody can pull it up.
Bucks to win the finals are plus 240.
Show bet.
That's like they're the overwhelming favorites. Celtics are plus 330, Suns plus 700, Nuggets plus 800. I'm telling you, more people, and this is directed at Hot Take, more people are noticing what I'm noticing in the Lakers. They can come out in the West.
They could, yeah. They've been playing really well lately.
Yep.
Very well lately.
Lakers, Warriors, or Suns. Won't be the Nuggets.
No, I think they're frauds.
Me too.
Question for you, Bart. Do you know, because you're wearing the Milwaukee Pro Soccer shirt, I was thinking about this on the way home. Where are they putting this stadium? Is it where they're tearing down that
the Ramada?
Are they going to close? They're probably going to have to close off that street then for where the exit is, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, there's more things they're tinkering with. I don't know that it's like two. Yeah, I think it's going to cover 2 of the blocks down there.
Parking down there is going to suck for that unless they build something.
Well, if only we knew a reliable Uber driver that could get us around.
Valid point. Maybe you should sponsor that. Get that on the shirt sponsor.
Uber?
Yeah. No,
sponsor me.
Yeah, him.
Maybe this pod should sponsor.
That'd be a great idea. Even a shoulder one or a sleeve one would work too.
Yeah. Maybe I should be the goalie for the team.
Maybe you that be the goalie / coach. That'd even be better.
Maybe the team should just be like
at the
me, you, time, 3, and 7 other listeners.
Put a camera in the net so you can do live Q&As while you're being a goalkeeper and managing at the same time. It's a 3-in-1.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Do you get out to any Forward Madison games?
No, I do not.
All right, well, I'll be the PA guy for those.
I've heard.
Including next Tuesday, U.S. Open Cup.
Who are they playing?
Chicago House.
Okay, what round is that? The first round or second round?
First round for them, second overall round, I think, in the Cup.
Okay. All right. That's all. Once the games are done, they do it out of the lottery thing, right? A little.
I don't know.
They do it, or is it like an actual whole tournament tree?
Well, I think we're wrapping up on the Bucks since we're getting into soccer. So anything else Bucks from any of you guys?
I'm not worried about this tonight at all.
Timmy just drove by Pfizer. Wow, that was cool.
What a wrap it in.
Are you going home?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. I'm gonna keep this going until you park and go inside a house because I think you're homeless.
Gotta call your bluff. He's gotta call your bluff.
Jake wants to know if you ever have a destination or if you just like to burn fuel.
I just love to burn fuel. Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah, that hole in the ozone, we're doubling it just on this podcast alone.
There you go. Boston
right, boys.
Suck, by the way. They're terrible. Boston fans suck. They're absolutely awful.
Yeah, they are stinky.
I'd like to know where they all fucking come from.
They're just not fun. These guys drove from Madison because they went to they go to Madison. So the guys that were behind me were miserable. They kept saying the same 2 bits that weren't funny, and they just kept saying the same shit. They just weren't funny.
What were they?
It was when Middleton got elbowed in the face, which he needed stitches, by the way. It was he needs to go grab a tampon. And then the other
2023. One, you should have told him it's 2023.
Yeah.
You can't be saying that.
And then the other one was there was 2 more. That was every time we'd score, it's they're coming back. And then
that one's kind of funny.
The other one was it's a close game. I'm glad we came.
It's
literally after every single bucket they had, which they couldn't miss, by the way. I haven't been to a game probably since that 50-point blowout against the Bulls in Game 6 where they just couldn't fucking miss. I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Frickin' miss. My goodness.
That didn't cover it up. You already swore. It didn't change anything.
Fuck, my bad. I'm sorry.
All right, Austin, Cameron,
All
thank
right.
you.
See you later.
God bless, guys.
See you
Love
later.
the pod.
Go Bucks. Bucks and
Go.
6.
And Tim, I'll wrap up this Bucks segment with you. And then on YouTube, there's the Brewers show we did, and then a WrestleMania. So if you're listening on the podcast, this is not the end of the podcast. We are only about halfway through the podcast. We have our Brewers reaction coming up on the podcast, in which Tim will join me again, only in real time earlier than right now. And we have WrestleMania picks with Ryan Horvat as well. The next time you'll hear from us then after that is maybe a video or two from Pato. Oh, look at you going home.
Yeah, I'm home, Lord.
All right. And then live on Sunday night for Mania and whatever else we end up doing. Tim, thank you, buddy.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Our Brewers coverage is coming up